First on Fox, an arrest made a year and a half after a 22-year-old was found dead inside a burned-out car.
A Tennessee man is under arrest for the murder of 22-year-old Mercedes Vega last April, and Fox 10's Lindsay Vega spoke with her family. She joins us now in studio with the latest. Lindsay.
John and Christina, this was a very emotional time for the family. Mercedes Vega's mom and dad say their daughter did not know the suspect, 22-year-old Sincere Hayes. As they get ready for another Christmas without their daughter, they are relieved to know they are closer to getting justice.
This time of year is really hard. We've got her stocking to hang up. And I will always hang it up right next to her sibling's stocking. And that's her Christmas tree from her house.
Mercedes Vega's parents, Erica and Tim Pillsbury, remember when they got a knock at the door from law enforcement on April 17th, 2023.
He said, "No, I'm sorry, ma'am. She's dead. She's deceased." And I remember hearing screaming.
Mercedes was found in a burning car along I-10 in Tonopah. The next day, her car was found in Tempe by police.
We called the detective and we were like, explain to us what is going on. And that is when he told us that Mercedes was abducted and that she'd been hit over the head and forced into a vehicle, and that she was shot through her right arm, and that she had been burned alive.
Yeah, we didn't find out a lot of the information, like the bleach in her throat, till after.
6 months later,
Yeah, until after.
when we got her autopsy.
Days later, they went to her apartment where they believe the torture started.
Somehow that was released, that video of her walking out of her apartment into her parking garage. And we had gone to the parking garage about 3 or 4 days after she had died, and there was blood all over her parking spot.
On November 11, 2024, 22-year-old Sincere Hayes was arrested in Chattanooga, Tennessee for her death.
And I could hear this elation in the detective's voice, and he said, "We got him. We got him."
The Pillsburys say they are now in a better place compared to a year ago.
What gives us is that she's going to be vindicated and she is going to get justice.
Hayes will be extradited back to Arizona. The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office says they are working with the Maricopa County Attorney's Office. As far as other suspects, Vega's mom and dad say they were told there is more to come. In studio tonight, Lindsay Vega, Fox 10 News.
A wild burglary and chase in Glendale ends with 2 men in custody and thousands of dollars of cash strewn all over the street.
And it's all caught on camera. Fox 10's Mark Martinez breaks it down.
Glendale police dubbed it the Italian job.
There's money all over the street. We were making a right-hand turn. We see the fighting. Came up to a car accident and then fighting. The guy was, and I was like, "You guys need to separate." And he's like, "He stole $50,000 from me."
Surveillance cameras captured the moment two suspects swiped $50,000 from a man's car.
And when we got off to get the truck, we had the money in the car. And me, like an idiot, I didn't lock the car. She's like, "Hey, dude, that car took off with something. He stole something out of your car," he said. And he left.
On November 7th, the victim had just cashed a settlement check from the bank, then drove to a home near 83rd Avenue and Northern to purchase a truck.
So you
Yeah,
went to some location to buy a truck, get money in the car, okay, and then what happened?
And then we got off to see the truck with the owner of the truck. He got there.
Which was not him.
Which was not him.
Okay.
And we got in the car and we started chasing this guy. And this dude was hauling until he crashed right here.
The victim and his son jumped back in their car, calling 911 as they chased after the suspects. Real-time crime center traffic cameras captured the suspects crash into another vehicle after running a red light at 67th Avenue and Olive.
And then he got out of the car and ran. I was following him
And you
with
ran
that bag.
with that
and I was running after him. And then, like I said, I lost him from the front of this complex to over here. And then I seen him. He's like, "Oh, I'll wait for the cops. I'll wait for the cops." I didn't do nothing.
Glendale police arrived and arrested Raymond Pouncey and Reginald Chapman. Inside their car, officers found $47,205 in cash.
All right, do you desire prosecution?
Absolutely, to the highest degree.
Mark Martinez, Fox 10 News.
But first, we're learning more about federal charges from an alleged pandemic scheme. A Phoenix couple, including a former TV news anchor, is arrested in Puerto Rico, accused of pocketing tens of millions of dollars illegally. Nicole Christine joins us with the details tonight. Nicole.
Well, Brian, Stephanie Hockridge, a former anchor at ABC 15 here in Phoenix, and her husband Nathan Reese are accused of submitting false and fraudulent Paycheck Protection Program, or PPP, loans. The couple took out loans for themselves and then showed others how easy it was to get taxpayer cash. A scheme worth hundreds of millions of dollars, set against the backdrop of global pandemic relief.
Criminals and criminal organizations took advantage of Americans suffering during this crisis and committed substantial fraud against these critical pandemic relief programs.
Among the alleged criminals, a former Valley television anchor, Stephanie Hockridge, and her husband, Nathan Reese. During a federal hearing, numbers reaching into 10 figures are discussed.
I think it was 57,000 applications in PPP were for applicants who are on the do not pay list, involving several billions of dollars.
And how much fraud are we talking about just in those loans?
$3.6 billion.
Hockridge and Reese are accused of attempting to directly charge some applicants a 10% fee for successfully getting a loan, a violation of the Small Business Administration rules. A review of the loans showed what the couple was willing to do for the money, including Reese claiming in an application he was African American and a veteran. Other evidence showed Hockridge describing the PPP as, quote, $100 billion of free money. And although the PPP loans were set up for small businesses, Hockridge told her staff, quote, "Who the F cares? We're not the first bank to decline borrowers who deserve to be funded. They can go elsewhere." Reese and Hockridge also requested direct payments from PPP borrowers, ultimately scamming them out of substantial amounts of their loans. The entire process laid out in a 90-second video, now at the center of an alleged federal deception. The duo took their stolen millions to set up a lavish lifestyle in Puerto Rico, where her husband was taken into custody by federal authorities.
Say hi.
Now, both Hockridge and Reese are charged with 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and 4 counts of wire fraud. Hockridge has been summoned to appear in a Dallas, Texas court on Monday. They face up to 20 years in prison on each count if convicted. Reporting live in studio, Nicole Christine, Fox 10 News.
First on Fox, we are hearing from the family of 15-year-old Jalen Reeves for the first time after he was stabbed and killed in Ahwatukee over the weekend.
Police say Jalen was stabbed after 2 groups of teens got into a fight, but no arrests have been made in the case.
Over the past few days, the community has gathered to honor Reeves, showing support as well for his family.
Fox 10's Lindsay Regis joins us live near 40th Street and Chandler Boulevard tonight with more. Lindsay.
John and Christina, this has been a very difficult time for Jalen's family. A memorial has grown every day since his death. You can see it there. You can see balloons covering a tree surrounded by candles. Still a lot of people out here. Now tonight we are hearing from his grandmother, his mom, and his aunt for the first time.
He was on that field. He was on fire.
A force on the field. That's how Jalen Reeves' grandmother and mom will always remember him. Jalen's life was cut short early Saturday morning.
Jalen, just amazing grandson. He was the joy of my life.
Phoenix police found the Ahwatukee teen with stab wounds in a neighborhood near 40th Street and Chandler Boulevard. He died hours later.
What I'm going to miss the most about him is our daily drives to school. I drove him to school every morning, and we would talk. That 10, 12 minutes, however long, we would talk about everything.
Now family and friends are visiting his growing memorial to talk to him.
I've been out here every day, all day, and I play the bass for him. I read a book for him. But our community showing support for us. It's helping us heal.
Jalen's mom is trying to make sense of this violent act that took her son's life.
He loved his mom so much, and his dad so much, and his family. He's a good kid.
In a Facebook message, she wrote to us that Jalen was her firstborn child. He was her rock and biggest supporter. She's still processing that her son's life was taken, but wants everyone to know how much his family loved him. Anyone who has information about this stabbing is asked to contact Phoenix Police. Now, a meal train and GoFundMe have been set up for the Reeves family. You can find both links on our website, fox10phoenix.com. Reporting live in Ahwatukee, Lindsay Regis, Fox 10 News.
We begin with a Fox 10 News alert. We are now learning that the woman who was hit by a car that drove into her home while she was decorating a Christmas tree has died. She has been identified as 35-year-old Amanda Rogers. This happened last week right in the area of 67th and Beardsley Road. When she was decorating that family's Christmas tree in the living room is when the vehicle drove into the house. Details are still limited about the driver. What we do know is that it was a woman. There were 2 other people in the car at the time of the crash. Speed and impairment are believed to be factors. Those are under investigation. We will have more details for you as soon as they become available, possibly later editions of Fox 10 News.